Hey, what's going on? Old fashioned ice cream appliance boot camp. Facebook family and friends. Hey, give me a few. I'm gonna give everybody a few minutes to get in. I'm, um, I'm actually running a little bit behind. I actually had we got the time actually kind of snuck up on me. I was in there running my mouth, talking to some people, and time kind of snuck up on me. But once again, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Like always, tonight is gonna be kind of quick. I'm gonna give them a few minutes, let everybody know that we're on here live. Great day today. Today I got to spend time with my actual mom. Today I spent the day with my mom. I had to take her out to her eye appointment, so I took her out to the doctor. Got to spend all day with her. Come back. Got to spend great time with the actual customers here. Had shout out to Evenly Yoked. They stopped in today. Really appreciate seeing them. And kept just hanging out and talking and stuff. And it's been a great afternoon. And in the process of me running my mouth, I kind of lost track of time. It feels great out here, man. It feels great out here. This is what it's all about. This is what I keep telling people. This is what I want. I want to be able to do this. Come out here and just be a greeter, not a Walmart greeter, but an ice cream parlor greeter. I like sitting out here and greeting customers and seeing people walk down the street and stuff. This is. I mean, it feels wonderful here. It feels wonderful. But we're gonna go ahead and get into the topic. We got about 10 people watching. That's enough for me to get going because I don't talk about nothing anyway. But I'm gonna and once again, I got to put a disclaimer out. If my friends and stuff are watching, no, this is not, like I say all the time. This is not to put light on anything, to make light of the situation or anything like that. But this is just I'm using this as a teachable moment, and it gives me a chance to kind of judge what I've done. Hey, how y'all doing? Give me a chance to actually judge. Hey, what's going on, man? To give me a chance to actually judge. They got their mopeds out. They out riding. Give me a chance to actually judge if the decisions I made in the past, were they right or wrong. And what we're talking about tonight, we're talking about, um, you know, having a job and you 50 years old or older is dangerous. Because unfortunately, that's the time when they start looking to lay you off. I'm sorry if my friends are watching. I've gotten the news about two people in their 50s are getting laid. They already got laid off. The companies have laid them off, and here they are now. They got to figure out what they're gonna do, and know, to get towards retirement. I guess retirement done got to them. But to get to the point where they can be able to take care of themselves the rest of their lives. And like I said, I had about 2 weeks ago, I had a guy that came off the streets and wanted to know if and he was an engineer. Wanted to know, he had just got laid off and couldn't find anything, and wanted to know that I hiring people to actually work in the appliance repair. Now I told him, no, I'm teaching people how to start the business. I told him to take the course. That was a white guy. Don't matter if it's white or black. Same thing. It's a bad thing to lost your job. But he was in a bad pickle. And he needed to get out here and start making some money. But like I say, I found out I had a couple of friends that just got laid off, and I'm trying to they're trying to figure out what they're going to do. No, it's something they didn't foresee happen. So now they're trying to figure out what they want to do, and believe it or not, the things that popped up that they want is something, 20, 30 years ago that they didn't think much of, probably. I ain't gonna say that. Maybe they did, but just didn't have the the carriage to actually go out and or the incentive like they have now to go out and pursue it. But everybody has told me they're looking at entrepreneurship. That they say, hey, I want to do my own thing. I want to do something small, something like you got going on. Not the there ain't gonna be something a lot of moving parts, but something I can get out here and make me without what I always talked about. That $500 to $1,000 a day. That's what they say they want, and it kind of makes me go back and think about the conversation we had last week when I said, "Hey, I'm gonna push this thing to 1 million." Um, do is that something? Is that hey, how you doing? Is that something I really want to do again? Do I want to stay in my spot? My spot between 500 to 1,000 a day is a great spot to be in. And they're talking. That's what they want to do, and no, and no, just asking them kind of like, uh, no, what kind of what they want to do a business in, and they're coming up with different ideas. Nothing I ever done, nothing they've ever done, and I'm telling them, you never ran a business before. Now you're gonna start at 50 trying to put a business together. Um, and normally, if you never done one before, it takes about 10 years to get it up and going. So you're looking at your 60s of getting this thing um, figured out. Do you want to be doing that in your 60s? Uh, uh, I personally don't. In my 60s, I'm hoping by then one of my kids be them stepped up and be done took over the reins for me, and I can really sit back here and rock and just talk to people. But like I'm telling them, no, do you want to be trying to figure that out? And on top of that, do you want to be trying to figure that out with money that you need to survive? I was fortunate enough that I know now I say it's unfortunate, but back then I thought it was the worst thing in the world. But I'm fortunate enough I got laid off in my in my late 20s. I got laid off when I was like and kicked out of corporate America at about 27, 28. So I had a lot of runway ahead of me to get out and make mistakes. When I say runway, I was a young guy, so I had 30 years in front of me to work. So if I got out here and 5 or 6 years and my appliance repair business and my business stuff didn't work, I could easily pivot and went back into corporate America at some time. I was just totally pissed at corporate. I could have pivoted and went back, like a lot of my co-workers did at some point. They ventured back into uh, corporate America. But if you in your 50s and older, you don't have that much runway ahead of to actually be able to go out there and take those chances and stuff and have that risk and be able to take off before you crash. So no, so we talked about that, and I told him I said, hey, I'll be honest with you, ice cream I think is still a pretty good retirement thing. They in a totally different area. I say I think it's a good retirement. It's something that doesn't require a lot of money to get into. Speaking, it doesn't require a lot of money, but it's something that you can make a nice little bit of money, and you not getting up early in the morning, getting up in the afternoon. We're closed now. Right now we're closed, and we only open 5 hours. Tuesday through Thursday. Then we'll go to 8 hours, starting tomorrow all the way through Sunday. But it's something that doesn't require a lot of moving parts, and you make a decent amount of money if you focus on getting a good product out there and enjoying it. I'm enjoying the process of it. And one of the things that kind of got me, one of them asked me, "How long you been doing your school?" And I was like, "Well, now it's about maybe 4 years." Do you have any testimonials? Do you keep up with any other people who came through your classes to know if any of them ever 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 done anything? If they ever got the business? I was like, yeah, I got thousands of people that have got the business up and running and doing well. And then I said, one of them, I'm talking one particular. If you're watching, shout out to you. Enjoyed seeing you. Spending the day with us. We really enjoyed it. I'm not calling names because people know, but if you watching, we really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed the friendship that you and my wife have. I really appreciate it. With my wife's best friend, she was with us, and she unfortunately had was one of them that got laid off, and so she was like, "Do they have any success?" And I was like, "Yeah." I said, and then I wanted to go brag on y'all, and I kind of messed it up because then it started to sound, at first like the interest. Okay, tell me about. But then I started to brag on y'all. Yeah, I know I got about 4 or 5 people that done cracked $1 million out of this, and then I got the look from I got the look from her and my wife looked at me. Yeah, come on, Negro, you ain't got nobody made $1 million. And then they kind of changed the subject. I'm like, okay, no problem. But I have had people that come through appliance boot camp. They have cracked $1 million in a year. Now we've had numerous of people probably by now that have made over a $500,000. They've made 500,000 collectively. All throughout since the time they took the course in the last couple of years, up until today, they done made $500,000 or more during that time. So I have numerous of people have done that. So but like I say, uh, and so they kind of went off from there. And say, okay, we weren't giving him a chance, but now he done went off on a on a deep end. But she is a very very smart lady. She's very smart. She can do whatever she likes. Um, and I would like for her to see her take her hand out into entrepreneurship, and that kind of goes into what we got coming up this weekend. The next couple of weeks, we're gonna have a lot of this Juneteenth celebrations going on and whatnot. And it's kind of sad. Some of the stuff I've been looking at far as with the Juneteenth, not the meaning behind Juneteenth, but a lot of the documentaries are looking at our old neighborhoods, and they're not looking at no, we used to talk about, oh, no, we built the pyramids and we was this and that, and we're such a great society. They're not talking about what we done with the pyramids now. Now they're talking about the communities prior to prior to integration. They're talking about how great the communities were all the businesses we had, and this and that. And people is like, it's like they can't, like we can't build those things back, and that kind of made me feel sad. Looking at that, when they're talking about all the different businesses, they're talking about the home ownerships, the schools, the hospitals, and stuff, like it was something that happened 1,000 years ago, when it was really just something that happened in the last 60, 70 years that we had those things. Integration took a big the integration was a bomb that got dropped on us that we didn't know the impact it was going to have, and then on top of that, the drugs. When the drugs hit us, it really just it done a job on us, and we're just starting to crawl back from out of there. But we can build those things back, and that's what I'm looking at with the Juneteenth celebration. It's not so much me going back and talking about all the stuff that how things used to be, and just say, man, I wish I could get back to those days. I want us to be able to look at the future. Say, man, just think what it's going to look like in 2 years, or how my life is going to look, or my kids' life, or my grandkids' life is going to look in the next 10, 15 years because of the decisions and stuff that I'm making now. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I use Juneteenth for. To say, hey, the sacrifices and stuff that I'm making right now, my kids and grandkids are going to be very, very well off from this, and they're going to have a great time. No, no, being able to sit downtown in front of your buildings and stuff, this is a great feeling. And I just can only I can't wait until I get over there at Rocky Mount, and be able to sit out there, because everybody's telling me, no, man, it's rough over there and stuff. I can't wait to get there to just to because it'd be the same thing here when we first came to Selma. Everything people are telling me about Rocky Mountain stuff, it's the exact same thing they told me about self. Exact. Ain't no different. Everything I hear about Rocky Mount is everything I hear about Selma. And like I said, right now, Selma is rocking and rolling. It's booming. Matter of fact, now I'm seeing people walking with the dogs. A couple right in front of me over here now, walking out with the dogs, looking at the shops, seeing what's in. They over there looking at the shops and stuff in the windows and stuff. You didn't have this. Didn't have this 3 years ago. 3 years ago, wasn't none of this stuff going on. And now the storefronts are filled. Uh, is people walking. We got stuff to do, and it's starting to fill in. And it's going to happen the same thing over there in Rocky Mount. Rocky Mount is going to be a place that I want to go, and it's going to be good. And that's why I'm looking at those things. Just wait how that thing is going to look there. And I thought about this too. My wife and I, not my wife, my mom and I, we were talking about that today on the way me taking her to her hospital for her checkup. We were talking about that, and I was like, if I had been selfish, because in the last 4 or 5 years and stuff, uh, I made a lot of cash. I made a lot of cash out here the last 4 years, 5 years. I've made a lot of money last 4 or 5 years. If I was somebody that would have just taken not the not this not the money from the ice cream parlors and stuff, but from my appliance repair business. And when I first started doing when I was ending my appliance repair. Hey, how y'all doing? Doing good, good seeing y'all. I know they make me work nowadays. I was gone. Yeah. But thank God, I was just talking about it. It looks so nice seeing people walk downtown Selma and actually window shopping. Yeah, you got drinks. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. It's great. It feels so good out here too. Yes. All right. Y'all be safe. All right, bye bye. But yeah, that's what's happening out here now. We have a beer brewery, have a bar. We got everything out here now. And just so so let me get back. Oh, I was talking to my mom. Just think if I would been somebody who would have been. Just think if I had been somebody who had been. Let me get this phone thing on. Okay, just think if I had been somebody who had been selfish. Not say being selfish, meaning if I would have kept my the money that I made from my appliance repair business and everything, and just say, okay, I'm just gonna milk it and not make no, not build anything for the next generation. If I would have just taken my cash and just rented something like most people do, where you just say, okay, I'm gonna just rent me a building. I don't want the responsibility of buying a building and building it out and all that stuff. I'm just gonna rent someplace. I rented me a place, took all the cash, and then from that cash, I would have just went over and just upgraded my lifestyle. Where instead of me living where I live at now, took my wife and I and went over and maybe got maybe a 7 or 8 thousand square foot house. Got me a Lamborghini, maybe a Ferrari, a Porsche, no, all that stuff. Got all that stuff, and just isolated me and my family away. I could have done that. I could have done that. I could have easily done that with the money and stuff I've made over the years. But the fact that I whatchamacall decided that I wanted something better for the next generation. I didn't want my kids to actually have to start from scratch. If I paid for my kids and stuff to go to college, and I paid for them to get a good education and all that. But if what does that mean if they go to college? And I was talking to someone earlier today, and we were talking about this, and they were telling me, no, no, you pay for your kids to go to college, but what does that mean? They go to college and then they graduate and they gotta go start from the bottom. They got they got to go back and go beg somebody to give them a job and try to claw their way back up to the top and whatnot. Um, it, it, no, it's useless. No, I done good, but the next generation done bad. And I was telling my mom too. I was like, uh, my appliance repair business. I saw what it done for me and my family. And I saw, being able to travel every weekend, put my kids in the best schools, being able to travel every weekend, doing that competitive cheerleading and all that stuff, and just doing all that. And this past weekend, I looked. My nephew, he got his daughter and him and his family traveling, doing competitive cheerleading and stuff. And I said, man, look at there. It's the exact same thing I was doing with my business. My nephew has now taken that business, and that business is providing for him the exact same way he provided for me. And that's what you call it, passing it down generational generation. Same thing with the sacrifices I'm making now, where I'm going out, I'm buying all the equipment that we need to actually build this ice cream parlor. I'm buying the buildings, I'm buying the properties, I'm developing the properties. So then what happens now with my actual kids and stuff, it's a difference now when with them going to college and going to school, where I don't actually sit here and I actually wonder, oh, what they're going to do once they graduate. Is they going to have a job? Oh, the economy. I ain't thought about the economy, to be honest with you. Oh, the economy is going to be so bad. What they going to do, blah, 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 blah. I'm at the point where I'm saying, hey, one of y'all come here and take over this thing and y'all take it to $1 million. I got everything you need here. I'm developing it. Just need to take it to the next step, to get to the next $1 million on this thing. So I care less about if they're gonna have a job or something when they get out of school, because I built something for them to actually be able to come to be able to have the properties and stuff. So if they decide, hey, we don't want to do ice cream, I hope they keep the ice cream going, because we're stamping a real good name and building a real good brand here. But next door, if they decide, hey, we don't want to do the school and stuff anymore, the building's paid for. Do whatever you want to with it. I don't care. No, maybe one of them be a dentist, or maybe one of them. I don't know what they'll do, but they got a building they can put their business in and run it. Same thing. Once I finish up over there in Rocky Mount, they actually have a place over there. They can do whatever they want. If they get to a point they say, "No, we don't want to do it anymore, Dad. That this is done," they can rent that out. Somebody can put a hot dog stand in and do whatever they want. They have all that stuff there, and that's what we have to do. We have to get back to the point where we're not just sitting back and just reminiscing and think, oh wow, I wish it could be like that way. No, you have to build it so that it comes back, and you can do it. You just can't be selfish. You cannot be selfish. You got to think about the next generation, regardless how bad they talk about you, regardless of how bad it hurts for them not to get on board. You have to keep building and keep going there. And no, and we can get there. And you got to constantly keep telling people we got to get entrepreneurs. We got to get entrepreneurs. I don't care. Nobody say I have yet to see someplace where nobody has never came to me and when I was an engineer and was like, man, I heard you're a engineer. You be writing some good code. I heard a lot about that, man. I just had to come here and see you because I heard you graduate. You got a good job. I haven't yet to hear anybody say anything about somebody having a good job. I don't think a day goes by where a couple, African American couple, doesn't come down here or call where they come down here to see me, or they call and they come here and the people at the store are call and say, hey, Mr. Sneed, somebody here want to talk to you, and and I'll be like, okay, what do you need? They, hey man, I just cannot believe that you down here and you're African American and you own buildings downtown Selma. Yeah, you got businesses in downtown Selma. Yeah, man, I just can't. Somebody told me that I could not believe. I had to come here down here and see this for myself. Just didn't see that growing up. I've been in Selma all my life. I just never seen nothing like that. So I had to come down here and see it for myself. I get that all the time, and we can easily do this stuff. We could easily do this stuff, but you have to not be selfish. I'm gonna read some of the stuff we got going on in the chat, and then we're gonna get out of here. DCNF, what's good, Mike and ABC fam? What's going on, DCNF? Reggie Crew, what's going on, Mike and ABC fam? All right, I got one of my freezers back there. I just loaded it up. I had it open too long. Matter of fact, let me go there and you can hear it. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go here with the freezer and turn it off. I got an alarm on it, and I'm gonna hit the alarm off on it real quick so it'll stop going. I just finished loading it up, and I had the door open too long. I need to turn the alarm off of this thing. There we go. All right. And go back out. Man, I like the outside. I don't like this. I don't like sitting in this air conditioner. I'll be honest with you. All right, let's read what we got going on here. All right, sorry about that. All right, Reggie Crew, what's going on, Mike and ABC fam? Hey, what's going on, Reg? What's going on, Marcus, man? Hope you have a safe trip back. Appliance Boss said, what's up, Mike and ABC fam? Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's going on, Howard Raphael? What's going on, man? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to you tomorrow. Not tomorrow. 'Cause I got a bunch of stuff going on tomorrow. I'm gonna reach out to you the beginning of the week. How I want you to just come in and just put your eyeball. Don't tell me the day you come. Just come here, put an eyeball, and tell me what you see here at the ice cream parlor, and give me some recommendation. Howard is giving me some great advice. I really appreciate it, man. Mr. O, what's up, Mike? I got a question. When you have techs in the field, when it comes to cash and checks, I want to have them deposit remotely via deposit card. Do you think that? Yeah, that's what I've done. I gave them a deposit card, and they can just go to any ATM and just get them a stamp. You can go get a stamp, say for deposit only, or they can write it on the actual back of the check for deposit only, and they just make it their deposits at the actual ATM. So that's what I've done, and they can't get no cash out. They can't charge anything on it. But they can make deposits. I've done that for many years. Mr. O, or should I have them? No, I didn't like them dropping the funds off because then I had to be somewhere, especially if I was out of town. 'Cause a lot of times I would sneak out of town, and nobody knew I was out of town, and if I need to keep that cash moving, coming in all the time. So I would what's it called? I'd rather them have the deposit cards. They just hit the ATM at the end of every day. You want to make sure they're doing it at the end of every day, because what happens if they hold them 1 or 2 days, the checks will get dropped up under the seat. They'll forget the cash. It just make sure at the end of every day that they actually make their deposits, and you'll be able to see on your work order what checks they collected, what cash they collected on their work orders, and then you want to actually the next morning when you wake up, you want to make sure you see that deposit going into your bank. If you don't, you need to send them a text, say, hey, go make your deposits before you start running your route. Don't let them keep those checks and stuff, because they get lost easily. Because even when I was running service calls and I held my own checks, they would actually get lost. So you want to make sure they deposit them every day. Stock Reviews. This is one of the very few businesses you can start for dirt cheap and make a ton of money. Yeah, it is. It is, no doubt. DCNF say straight facts. All right. Shay Star say salute. Nick 100. Okay. Gerard D. Everybody is not an entrepreneur. I beg to differ. I think everybody is an entrepreneur. Everybody just they have different capacities of entrepreneurship. Everybody's not capable or have the capacity to be able to run a business with 40 or 50 people, but I think everybody can run a business where they're self-employed. Everybody can do that. So it doesn't take much to be able to do that. A lot of times the stuff that people tell you to scare you from it is something that can easily come over. Say, for instance, people are always telling you, well, what are you gonna do about your health insurance and stuff like that? If you join the trade organization, for me, for a family of four, uh, it was less than $800 for me to actually per month for our health insurance. Our health insurance was good, and that was one day's worth of work out the whole month. So I could work one day a service call could actually, hey, how you doing? One day's service calls out of the whole month was enough money. I can make enough money to actually pay for my medical insurance. And people say, what about retirement? Well, with retirement, you're gonna have to do what I tell you to do in the five banking account method. You're gonna have to take your money and you have to put it into some real estate, or you have to put it into other little businesses like I have here now to actually get into your retirement. Or you can don't want to do that, just put it into mutual funds. Just take your money and dump it into mutual funds. I like tangible assets that I can actually touch and feel and stuff rather than the paper assets, but you can do it that way. I know people, like I said, the people that just got laid off. They've been they've been doing corporate America a long time. Um, that stuff gone now, and if you got to know something now in corporate America, ain't no pensions, so you got to be able to know how to maneuver your 401ks and stuff like that. And it doesn't take a lot to create. No, it's not a lot of moving parts here at this what I'm doing right here now. This ice cream parlor. It's not a lot of moving parts. Where I'm setting that right now, it's something that like I say, just about anybody can do, and it kick you off $500 to $1,000 a day, and that's great living for what you call for a retired person. Hopefully, if you're retired, your house is paid for, and your kids are out of school and on their own and stuff, and you all those major life hurdles are behind you. Now, if you're gonna wait till you get to be 60 years old and gonna go pick you up a 20-year-old and gonna try to have some kids and stuff, well, and you ain't got no money set up, you're gonna be in trouble. But if you're somebody who have got your kids out the way, got college out the way for them, got your house out the way, you can come out here and make that $500 a day and be good and be good. Sean C. Salute Mike and ABC fam. All right. Tyran, what's up, man? Tyran TV said, what's up, Mike and ABC? All right. Mr. O. Okay. So do you have a problem with anyone stealing? Do you have a problem with anyone stealing from you? How do you keep track of the funds? No, I had no problem with people stealing from me. What you're gonna have, you're gonna have your CRM software. So whoever you use for CRM, they're actually put on there when you give them their work order. You'll put on there how much money they need to collect. So from there, whenever they collect money, they want to whatchamacall. They want to write down on the CRM software how much money they collected. They've got a check, they're gonna put the check number and how much the check was for. If they got cash, they're gonna put how much cash they got. And then they gotta send a receipt. So if they're doing a receipt through Square, you'll see that too, that they collected that money and sent that receipt. But they gotta keep a record of it on your CRM software. So what happened the next morning when you wake up, you start doing the work orders, looking at the work orders from the CRM the day before, you're gonna see they collect the money. Then you're gonna go back to your bank account and you want to see if that money or that check amount got deposited into that at the ATM. If it didn't get deposited, then you call them or you text them, say, hey, deposit your check this morning. Whatchamacall, deposit your checks, deposit your cash. I need to have the money deposit. Then they'll go deposit. So nah, they didn't steal. No, if somebody gonna go there and do like the old school move where they go there and they're gonna tell the customer the counsel and they're gonna try to do it on the side, they might get one or two like that, but eventually what's gonna happen if they doing that, a lot of times they're not gonna have enough cash and stuff to make something right when something goes wrong. And eventually what's gonna happen, something's gonna go wrong with a customer and and they can't make it right, and they're gonna be dodging that customer. Then that customer going to end up calling you and say, hey, your man came out here, he done this. He told me to cancel the call. He done flooded my kitchen, or he couldn't fix it. I paid him. He won't pay my money back. Can you get in contact with him? And then that's when you'll catch them and you'll be able to get them. But eventually, if they try to pull calls and stuff, eventually that person will get caught. That person will get caught. Tyran TV out here late night getting this appliance repair bag. We booked out a week and a half. They lied if they said ain't no money. Yep. They lied if they said ain't no money in appliance repair. Shout out to Rand, man. Good to hear that. Yeah, man. And I I oftentimes wonder when people say they don't have any work. When people start saying, "Hey, I can't get any work," I don't see how that happens. Stock reviews. At any point in your career, did you ever wanted to? One time I thought about quitting when I first started, and it was when I first got started. But it wasn't because the business was that bad. It was because I was broke, and what happened? It was the first job I had. I went out and I wired this guy a house. It was this guy, a contractor. If you watching, you might be watching, man. We okay? Reach out to me. I'm okay. I'm past that now. But at that time, oh man, that hurt. It was my first job, and he was just trying to learn how to build houses. And we said we're going to do it together. And he whatchamacallit, he was building this like a 6,000 square foot house over in Wake Forest, and he let us and he's gonna let me wire it up. I thought he was gonna let me wire it up and get some money, but he whatchamacallit, he wrote me a bad check. So what happened? I went there. I wired the house, bought all the equipment, bought all the materials, uh, paid my labor, um, and we got to the rough end stage, and we passed rough end. After we passed the rough end stage, he's supposed to pay me half my money. I get this big check, and I said, "Oh man, I'm good. I got my cash. I'm good." Uh, and whatchamacallit, I went out and started spending a deposited check, and I went out there and I started paying all the parts places off, and where I had bought Warmac Electric and all that. I paid everybody, started paying everybody for the materials. Back then, I was doing like everybody else said, go get a account at the supply house. So I had an account, and I went and paid everybody off and this and that. Maybe about a week later, I get a call from the supply house, and they say my check bounced. How do I have my check bounce? I go look at. Back then, it wasn't no internet where you could actually look at your account. No, so you whatchamacallit, you had to go to the bank. I go to the bank, man. My account so far in the negative, it is not funny. What's going on? Well, this check bounced. I called the guy up, and he ain't got no money to pay. I was like, oh my god. At that point in time, all my money is gone. I don't have any way to actually get my money from him. He ain't had no money to pay me, and I whatchamacallit, I thought about quitting then. I went and I applied for a job. And it was at Honda, over in Tarboro, where they made parts over for the Honda cars and stuff in Tarboro. I was going to go back to the floor being an engineer. I was going to be a test engineer. And when I left manufacturing, then we didn't have to stay on the manufacturing floor. We had a cubicle outside of the manufacturing floor. But what they wanted me to do, they wanted my cubicle to be right in the middle of the manufacturing floor. I said, Lord, these people gonna be calling me every 5 minutes out here. And I get to the interview late, and while we there, they're showing me where I'm gonna be sitting at, trying to get me situated. And the whole time, my actual pager just going off. Bam, bam, bam. It wasn't no cell phones then, just pagers. And I remember looking at my pager, and I had all these people calling me to come do work. And I told the people right in the middle of the interview, I can't do this, man. I gotta go back and run my business. They're like, okay, no problem. I asked them, could I go in the bathroom, change? I went and put on my work uniform, and that was it. I haven't had a job like that since. Now I do license holding, but I haven't had a job where I go clock in and work for somebody for 8 hours since then. And that was almost 20 some 25 years ago, or more when that happened. And been great, been great ever since then. BK from the Rockies, what's up? ABC fan, all right. Gerard D. Um, Teaching our folks these trades are very important, not just to create their own business, but work for black businesses. Black businesses need skilled laborers. Yeah, yeah, they do. They need black businesses need skilled laborers too. But I think it's what we'll call. I look at that a little bit different. I think it's the younger crowd that needs to come in and get the job. Um, so they can actually learn, and then you put them out there to go do their own thing. I don't think realistically, I don't think that you need to come and set up under me for 30 years and not go do your own thing and just help me make my life great. I want you to actually get to the point where you have the same lifestyle that I have, and then I want to release you to go to another area and do the same thing. That way, if something was to happen to if I'm the only person that know how to run a business, if something happened to me, uh, everybody's done. 'Cause I'm the only person that know how to run the business. But if we got 4 or 5 other Mike Sneeds in every little town that's doing the same thing that I'm doing, just imagine where was that. Just imagine if I went right down over it 5 miles down the road. If I go over to Smithfield, and it's another Mike Sneed over there, who's downtown, um, trying to put together these little businesses and trying to get it, trying to and helping build other entrepreneurs. If I done 2,000, no, he doing he doing another 2,000. No, right here, no, then we go to the next town, Pine Level. They doing we hey, how y'all doing? How did it work out? There you go. Good stuff. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Whenever you get it. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Come on by tomorrow. You good to get in? She okay? Okay. All right. But we do. No, I don't want to tell people business on the internet, but we do have some brothers over in Raleigh and stuff. You know who I'm talking about, who is out here doing the same thing, and he's been in the chat, and I appreciate him, and he gave me some great advice last week. But that's what we need. So, matter of fact, that's exactly what we need. When I get to a point where I'm stale and I'm at a stall and I need somebody who got to that other level to come to me and tell me, hey, this is what you need to do. Do this, 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 this. Go do that, then come back and talk to you. I need somebody talking to me like that also. And so that's why we need those business owners. So you can go there and you can take the next generation and you can instruct them and get them moving instead of them just constantly working and working and working for somebody. Cliff Jordan, when is the next class? For appliance repair, the class is every day. You can get it online. It's 24/7. The next hands-on class is not going to be until like maybe after Labor Day. Right now, we're just too busy with the actual ice cream and stuff. Just won't be able to do it. Um, okay. G Brown uh, is learning this hard for is learning this hard for a person like myself who isn't good with my hands. Don't even know how to change a flat tire. You just never been shown how to. You never been shown how to change a flat tire. It ain't that you don't know you can't. You just never been exposed to it. You saw Mr. O that's in here that's asking the questions earlier. And he came. He didn't know how to use. He didn't know what a ratchet was and how to use it. He didn't know how to use no hand tools. But he turned out to be a great technician once he got going. Matter of fact, he was bleeding everywhere. I mean, the tools and stuff. He had just never worked with tools before. he turned out to be a great technician. Once he got exposed to it, he found out that that's what he does. So yeah, you can do it. It's not hard. DCNF, thank you for staying with. Yeah, at that time, I was just so sick and tired of corporate America. Oh, I was sick and tired of it. I just said, because I know how my friends that just found out they got laid off at in their 50s. I know exactly how they feel. No, I'm pretty sure it's just as scary at 50 as it was with me in my in my 20s, when you just got married, just built the house, and you just got a family. That's scary too. To get laid off, but you don't know what you're gonna do. I was laid off for about a year. I could, but I got pissed off, and I said I won't gonna let that ever happen again. Same thing if just like at 50 something, if I was to get laid off and don't know if you're going to be able to get back in corporate America, you don't know if you're going to be able to get your how much Social Security going to be, or if you even going to get Social Security. Um, so you have all that stuff you have to worry about, and if your body will allow you to go out here and go start a business. No, like now, I'm good now. I am good now, and it's good. No, if push came to shove, if I really needed to, I could just say, okay, I'm just going to go into the ice cream parlor. No, and I'm gonna work in the ice cream parlor every day. If I decided if something was really bad and I just need to work in the ice cream parlor, it'll just be me and maybe two people in the ice cream parlor every day, and and go catch it that way. If something really had bad happened in my life. But I like the thing where I say I just let me catch that catch that $500 a day. If I can catch that $400 or $500 a day, I'm okay. If I can do that. I can my life. I can squeeze my life into that $400 or $500 a day right now. And that's what I looked at and I said I was building Rocky Mount. If I pull 400 or 500 out of here, I pull 400 or 500 out of there. I'm back at 1,000 a day. Me and my wife, we good. We good then. And I'm good. I'm good. But here it's taking off. It's taking off. Don't want to speak too much, but it's taking off. We got some big things that's coming up here. Big things coming. So if we can continue doing what we're doing this month for the remainder of the summer, we're gonna be great. All right. So it is 8:58. I want to thank everybody for watching. Hey, how you doing, bro? All right. It's 8:58. I want to thank everybody for watching. Um, I'll be back next Thursday. Next Thursday, we're gonna have Rockin' on Rayford. We're gonna have a concert series. If you're around, come on down. This is the one that I actually host. Old Fashioned Ice Cream. We're responsible for this one. It's also Juneteenth week, so it works out great. So come on down and hang out. We're gonna have Keyron. Keyron is gonna be actually performing. That's my cousin. Great musician. He'll be here from out of Charlotte. We also will have Leak Leak. He is a local gospel rapper. He'll be here performing. It's gonna be a great time. Come on down, have a good time with us. And like I say, thank you all for watching, and start looking towards the future, looking towards what we can do for the future, and make the future like it was in the past. Make it like you want it. Build your future the way you want to build it. Once again, thank you all for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.